Okay, back up. That's cool. Those are the rope light for the camper. So it's day 14 of being on lockdown in our homestead, and we're starting to get used to it. I'm actually starting to kind of enjoy it. I think about a week ago I did a video where I was whining like a little baby saying I want this to be over. I want to go to the casino, I want to play poker, I want to go to my favorite restaurant. But now I'm kind of liking it. We're kind of getting in the groove of it. We're getting our chickens properly set up. Jen's growing seedlings. We're growing, in today's video we're going to try to grow some sprouts. We're eating big meals together as a family. We're doing a lot more things around the homestead and out in nature. We're going out for a walk every single day. So really enjoying it. If you're new to our channel, we purchased this camper about a week before we decided to go on lockdown, which was 2 weeks ago. And don't know if we're going to be using this anytime soon, which is unfortunate because our girls are really looking forward to going camping. But we'll survive. Once things get better, we'll take this for a trip. Hopefully out to Yellowstone or maybe the Grand Canyon. But in the meantime, it's making a nice little man cave for myself. I got full internet out here. And I got these lights on Amazon. They were $14 or $16. And the girls are having a blast with their new Christmas present, which we set up in yesterday's video, their trampoline. They're also doing a lot of homeschooling, and Jen and I are still working from home. So yesterday's video was only about 6 minutes long. I had a ton of work to do yesterday, as did Jen, so that's why the videos were a little shorter, but I think today's will be a little bit more detailed.
So here we are at our plants. They're actually doing really well. My job is to spray them in the morning, but my girls already did it, but I want to show you that they are actually sprouting. I'm getting really happy. And here's another one. And then our broccoli over here is starting to do really well. But every morning we've just been spraying it with the water and putting water in if they're dry. But they are pretty moist and they're doing really well with this setup that we have. So I'm really excited to show you every day how they're growing. Oh, I see another one right under the light here.
Down so far.
So I'm going to go out and get our wash that I had to hang up on the line this morning because this is the 4th time that our dryer had stopped on us. It's not the heating element like we thought it was. It's the actual dryer that keeps blowing the heating element. So I'm done with the dryer. It's getting warmer outside, so now I'm going to have to just, from now on, when the kids have to do their wash or I have to do our wash, we'll have to hang it up.
Oh, luckily I came out because it's not warm. As you can see, we still have snow out here. It's not warm, it's like 40 degrees, but it is starting to sprinkle. It's pretty gray in the sky, so I'm glad I came out, but I didn't feel this stuff. And it's not dry yet, so I'll just put it inside on our clothesline that we have in there that's right above our fireplace and let it finish drying.
Hey guys, it's Jen and I'm going to show you a quick way in a couple of days to grow some sprouts. So I purchased a kit from Handy Pantry and they sent me all these sprouts I'm going to be trying out. And a few of them that I'm going to try out are these bean sproutings, these mung beans. First of all, so you need a clean jar. You want to make sure it's really clean. You want some water, and then I purchased these extra. These are just sprout lids. If you don't have this, you can use cheesecloth too. But just to start, it says use 2 tablespoons of your sprouts. Put them in your jar, and then just fill it with water. Just enough. Doesn't have to be all the way. Just enough for it to start the first process. And then you want to put your cover on and you want to let it sit in a dark spot away from the sunlight, but you want to change the water twice a day. So I'm starting now, and then 2 more times throughout the day I'm going to just take it to the sink, dump it out, rinse it, and put it back in the dark spot. So
you put it in a cabinet.
I'm going to put ours in a cabinet, I think, or if you have...
Put it in that cabinet right there because it's right at camera. That cabinet.
Have fun editing this.
Putting it in that cabinet right there because then I don't have to move the camera.
In that cabinet where Carrie's pointing.
I'm pointing to it.
Carrie's pointing to it.
Okay, put it in there.
So what you want to do is you want to let them sit for a day or 2, but every day you want to rinse it twice. So tonight, this afternoon, before we have lunch, I'm going to take it, rinse them out, and let it sit, and then I'm going to do it again before I go to bed. So you want to rinse and wash and refill with water twice a day. Good doing?
I'm sick of editing this video every single night. This will be the 14th night in a row. It takes me about 2 hours to edit all this stuff.
Yeah, but everybody loves your videos.
No, they don't.
Everybody give it a big thumbs up, all right?
Oh, just don't even watch it anymore. I got time for this. You did most of the video today, and it's really hard to edit your video because when I edit my video, I'm like, okay, I did this, and then I cut down a tree, and then I fixed the fence. I know exactly which order to go in. When I watch yours, I have to watch 3 hours worth of footage and then figure out what to put in there. Why is that fun?
That's too big now.
Yeah, but then I'll cut them in half.
So Lily just finished cutting the potatoes, and I started putting the onions and the garlic and everything in here. Unfortunately, we do not have actual onions. I had to use dried onions. We'll have to get those next time we go to Walmart. They did not have any. Lily, go ahead and pour it in. So you put your potatoes in. And then you want to add 8 cups of low sodium chicken broth. So I have in here, I have garlic, thyme, the potatoes, chicken broth, and some butter. Okay, so we have it all in the pot. I stirred it up, put the chicken broth in. I'm gonna turn it on to pressure cook. I'm gonna make sure it's on high. As you can see here, the pressure is on high. It's not coming in well, but it says high. And then I'm gonna put it for 8 minutes. It's kind of hard to believe it's gonna cook in 8 minutes, but it's what it says. And then it says to put the cover on and let it cook for 8 minutes. Once it's finished, the valve will do the quick release, and then we will can see what it looks like.
So we're in the camper. I just got all the lights hooked up, and the girls are working on Khan Academy, and they kept doing math and English, and I encouraged them to do programming, and they all said, "Hey, it's gonna be boring. I don't want to do that." Now they're doing it, and they realize it's pretty freaking awesome. So they're doing a program right now where they have to make a snowman. So they're using the ellipse function and then putting in the different parameters for the size of the snowman circles. And we're having a contest, a little coding contest between Katie and Alyssa to see who can make the best snowman the quickest using code. And so far, Katie's winning. I keep giving Alyssa hints, but she won't listen to me and she just keeps ignoring me. And whoever wins gets a bag of M&Ms that Janelle's cousin Andrea... Thank you, Andrea. Awesome. She said it was a whole bag of M&Ms because I think she watched our earlier video where I found a bag of M&Ms on the ground and I threw a hissy fit because I thought it was a full bag of M&Ms, but then I realized Emma had ate the whole thing. And then like a couple days later, Amazon box came, I opened it, boom, whole bag thing of M&Ms. Thank you, Andrea. That was really nice of you. That's pretty good, except when you have a snowman, usually the bottom circle is bigger and then the middle circle is a little bit smaller, and then the top circle is smaller.
I tried to do that.
But you're still beating Alyssa.
Because I don't know how to get it up and down.
Change the parameters. You gotta do both of the numbers. because right now you have an egg shape. No! On the same line.
50.
Put 50 in there and see where it goes. Bet you it'll be perfect. No, it's a little high, but you're gonna make the circle smaller.
Finished.
Katie wins.
I didn't even have time. That is pathetic.
Now see if you can make a carrot.
A carrot?
A nose.
I don't know how.
Try it.
I let the yeast and water mixture sit. Next I'm going to take 3.5 cups of flour and then just incorporate it into the wet mixture. Just want to mix and get all the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. And then once you have it all finished and incorporated, you're just going to want to put it into sort of a ball form. And then you're going to want to take some saran wrap or plastic wrap. And then you want to let it proof, just let it sit for an hour and a half somewhere warm. And because it's not summer here and it's not really too warm in the house, I'm actually going to turn my oven on, just the oven light. I'm not going to turn on the temperature. Just that oven light gives about 80 degrees of heat in here. So I'm just going to let this sit in the oven for an hour and a half with just the baking, just the light on inside. And then in an hour and a half, this should double in size. So I let my dough sit in the oven just with the light on, no heat, for approximately an hour and a half. And this is what it came up to be. Holy cow. This is huge. This is much bigger than the last batch that I did. So I'm just going to put it on the counter. And the next part I'm going to do is just take a spatula and deflate the dough. So I'm just going to take the dough and kind of put it into itself, kind of getting that extra air bubbles and the gas out of it. So that looks really good. So the next part you want to do, take some spray and spray the,
You're like pointing at the camera.
and then, okay.
I was getting all the signs.
And then you want to roll the, and let it sit for another half an hour. I think the hardest part about this bread is just letting it sit. Are you any good?
A thrilling movie or arterial blockage would be described as this.
Heart stopper.
What is heart stopping? Heart stopping.
So now my bread has sat for the half an hour. It completely puffed up. My oven is preheated to 400. I'm gonna throw it in the oven for about 40 minutes. Okay, so my bread is done. It looks a lot better than the other one. It's nice and crusty. So we're gonna leave it sit for a little bit as our other food finishes up in the Instapot. So I'm gonna add that. So after I put the cornstarch and the milk in, I'm gonna add 2 cups of milk, and I also put a cup of whipping cream in here. This bread over here that's finished cooling, so I'm gonna be cutting that in a minute as well.
You made this bread in one day?
Yes.
How did you do that? I thought I had to wait overnight or something.
It was a no-knead bread. It took almost all day to make it, but
It's beautiful.
Ooh.
Can I try it? I want to be the tester.
wow. Got a nice crunch to it.
She doesn't want to be on TV, but she wants to eat the bread.
Holy cow! I want to eat
It's
it.
just like Copper Oak!
It is warm.
That is so simple to make.
You're getting good at being a homesteader.
I will tell you, I am tired. I've been cooking and cleaning, and
So is
I
it
really know what it's
the
like
silver?
to be.
Is this the silver lining of the virus that's going around? Is you're becoming a good homesteader?
I guess so.
We're taking care of our chickens. We're cooking our own food. We're planting our own seeds.
Taking care of the kids. They've been doing their homework on spring break.
I'm not doing it 12. I'm sleeping in tomorrow.
So today for dinner we have homemade potato soup and homemade bread that Jen made. We're really actually becoming real homesteaders due to this no other choice, but it's pretty awesome. All right, let's say our prayer. Jesus, be our guest and let these gifts to us be blessed. Amen. Time to eat. Do a trick.
What are you looking at?
We're going to get two logs a day. That's the goal. Every day pull 2 logs out of the woods. Nothing, it'll just make a good video.
It's too big. That's what she said.
Whoa! What's up?
Oh, yeah, all money.
Stay back there. Come on. Ready to jump on back there? Wanna go for a ride down the mailbox, too?
Yeah, let's get out of here for a minute. What are you whining about?
We gotta take one of those logs sideways and grade out our driveway. That would work pretty well. We did that with our tractor on year one.
We did that once before.
Yeah, that was with the tractor on year one. That big one we just had was heavy. That would have worked great. Cut it about 7.5, 8 feet wide.
Oops.
I don't have any. Second trip to the mailbox.
Empty.
Now you gotta wash your hands. You wanna go to the casino quick?
No.
Please, I really wanna play poker. Please. The casino is just completely closed right now. Could you imagine that?
That's what your dad said.
He went there?
No, he said they're all closed. He's like, I can't even go to the bar.
Could you imagine Ho-Chunk right now? It's never been closed. There's just nobody sitting there. All the lights are off, all the machines are off.